Welcome to Soul Tales Daily, where simple stories echo deep emotions, joy, sorrow, greed, and glimpses of humanity. Stay a while, maybe you'll find yourself in one of them. Right finger hit subscribe and make every day a story to remember. An old wool scarf, a promise from the past, and the first cold wind in Amsterdam. Is love strong enough to withstand life's storms? The wind in Amsterdam isn't always just wind, sometimes it's the melancholic tune of the canals, other times it's the whisper of a fading promise. That winter, the cold wind returned, bringing with it a loneliness that two had tried so hard to forget. That loneliness took the form of a wool scarf and a boy. Two met Hung on an October afternoon. He was sitting on a small bridge over a canal, sketching, his dark hair falling over his forehead. He was an architecture student, and she was a literature student, both sharing a nostalgia for their homeland, Vietnam. They became confidants, then lovers, intertwined in the historic streets. The first winter in Amsterdam was bitterly cold. Two knitted a simple yet warm beige wool scarf and gave it to Hung on Christmas Eve. She said, "This scarf will keep you warm, just like my love." Hung hugged her tightly, promising he would never take it off. "I'll keep it just like I'll keep you, forever." Their love was like a painting. Hung drew Two, and Two read poetry to Hung. Their afternoons were spent cycling aimlessly, their evenings telling stories by the canal. They dreamed of a simple future, a small house, a garden full of tulips. They had promised to build it together. But student life is always full of temptations. Hung was accepted into a major project led by a renowned professor, and in the group was a Dutch girl named Lena. Lena was rich, beautiful, and very proactive. She liked Hung, both his talent and his very Asian romanticism. Lena began to approach Hung. She often invited him to dinner or parties. Two sensed a change in Hung. He came home less, and his calls became less frequent. "I'm so busy, Two. The project is important," Hung said over the phone, his voice sounding distant. "Are you okay? Are you still wearing the scarf I gave you?" Two asked, her heart burning with unease. "Oh, yeah, of course," Hung replied, but Two could hear another woman's laughter echoing in the background. One snowy day, Two waited for Hung under their familiar bridge, where they first met. She held 2 cups of hot cocoa. After waiting for a long time, she decided to look for him. And she found him, laughing and talking with Lena. Her wool scarf was tucked away in his jacket pocket, while a more expensive cashmere scarf was wrapped around his neck. Two walked over, her heart shattering into pieces. "Hung, where is my scarf?" she asked, her voice trembling. Hung flinched, quickly pushing Lena away. "Two, let me explain." Lena looked at Two with contempt and said in English, "Stop bothering us, girl. Hung is with me now." Hung bowed his head, not daring to look at Two. The wool scarf, a symbol of their simple love, had been cast aside for a more luxurious one. That night, Two packed her bags. Hung came to apologize, but it was too late. The wool scarf lay on the bed. Hung picked it up, tears streaming down his face. "I'm sorry, Hung. I can't be with a person who discards their promises the same way you discarded this scarf," Two said. "You are not the Hung I fell in love with anymore." Two left, leaving Hung alone in the empty room with the old wool scarf. He had everything he wanted, a career, money, and Lena. But he had lost the most precious thing, true love. Years later, Hung became a famous architect. Lena also left him to pursue someone wealthier. Hung still lived in Amsterdam, but he always felt empty. Every time winter came, he would take out the old wool scarf and wrap it around his neck. It was no longer warm, but it reminded him of a love lost, a broken promise, and a winter of profound regret. The wool scarf went through a winter, a promise, and a lifetime. It was not just an object, but a symbol of sincere love and belated regret. Hung chose the path of temptation and lost everything. Two chose her pride and left, leaving a permanent void in her heart. This story is a reminder that true love cannot be exchanged for material possessions or fame. Sometimes, the most simple and ordinary things are the most precious. Betrayal not only breaks a relationship but also makes us lose our true selves. A promise, once broken, leaves a permanent scar on the heart, even if one has everything else. Every subscribe from you is a huge motivation for me to keep sharing beautiful things. Thank you so much.